Hi, my name is Frank. Welcome back to channel 33 RPM, your channel for vinyl gear and more. Back by popular demand is my Vinyl Dens segment. This is where we check out cool music rooms from across the vinyl community and from around the world. Thank you to everyone who submitted photos of their record rooms for consideration for today's video. Without further ado, let's dive into this.
Channel 33 RPM.
The first record room, and I loved this one. This is essentially a backyard music store. It's not essentially, that's what it is. And this comes from Mark Pelton, who is located, and I don't want to mess this pronunciation up, in Aylesford, Nova Scotia, out on the east coast of Canada. And Mark writes, here is a little tour of our backyard record shop that my daughter Becky and I run. Our shop is very small. In fact, it's only 16 feet by 12 feet. I've always dreamed of owning my own shop and made it a reality in October 2021. I consider it really just an extension of my listening room because I spend a lot of time out there just listening to music. Mark writes, over the years my collection has gotten too big for the house, and this empty building on our property made the perfect match for creating a hobby backyard record shop business. Inside the house is where all of my custom-made turntables hide. Only in the shop do I listen to a turntable that has been built by a manufacturer. In the shop, I use an Audio-Technica AT-LP120, Marantz SR4021 receiver, and Bose speakers. I gotta tell you, I'm really digging Mark's backyard record store. I mean, it's clean, it's well put together, the shelving is fantastic. It looks like he built it himself. He's got the merchandise out, he's got compact discs, he's got books, and of course Mark is a veteran as well, so he has some signage up indicating his past work. So Mark and Becky, this is fantastic. The inside music space looks great as well, but I love that, but what I'm really jealous of is your backyard music shop. I mean, which music fan, which record collector hasn't dreamed of having their own record store, and to do it in the backyard is fantastic. I can see why you did that as well. I mean, living in a small town, it just makes sense. I mean, it is convenient and people can just go right to you. So I love it. I wish both of you guys the best of luck with your store, and I'll leave appropriate links below this video so other people can check it out as well. All right, this next Vinyl Den was submitted by Jason Sampson in Australia. Jason also goes by the name of Sampy. Anyway, let's check out his note. He wrote, "Hey Frank, I thought I would show you my man cave / vinyl den upgrade. I converted the garage into my workspace, bar, cinema room, and of course vinyl music space. Check this out, man. That looks fantastic, and you can tell it used to be a garage if you look closely, but it looks nothing like a garage anymore. I love the look of this thing." Sampy writes, in terms of record storage, he says, "I got so frustrated at just having the side of the record," he's talking about the spine, just have the side of the record to find what I was looking for, that I came up with a solution by buying tiny metal table-like racks and flipping them upside down. When I need to find what I'm looking for, I just slide out the shelf or pull it out all together and flip through the records with ease. Cool idea, man." He also writes, "The room also stores my graphic novel and poster collection, which includes an autographed Bon Scott cover, an original band Jimi Hendrix cover, and a fully autographed album by the iconic Australian band Cold Chisel." As I said, I really dig this music room. I'm a big fan of movies and movie posters as well. So I like the Pulp Fiction, Beavis and Butthead, South Park, the sofas, the seating looks comfortable, the chair looks comfortable. Yeah, that is fantastic. It's got a bar in the corner as well. Bars just go so well with music rooms. I've been spending some of my downtime building a bar in our basement here as well. So hopefully once that's done, I'll show it to you in a future video. I'm kind of working on my own schedule, so it may take some time. Sampy's got his computer there too, and again, those record shelves. So I absolutely love it. By the way, Sampy is also a graphic designer and cartoonist, and he did that Frank Frank Cartoon. I'm tongue-tied. That Frank Cartoon that I show here sometimes, I'll show it to you right there. So I love it. Sampy, I hope you dig your room and keep on hanging out there, man. Very, very cool. All right, the next vinyl, Dan, was submitted by Rodrigo the Jeweler, who lives about 15 miles outside of San Francisco in California. And Rodrigo writes, I've been a jeweler and watchmaker for 40 years. That's cool, man. Just the effort and skill that goes into watchmaking just blows my mind. That's great. He wrote, I got my first audio system in 1984. Kids came along and I fell out of the hobby until around 5 years ago when I happened upon a Pioneer SX850 at a yard sale and Marantz 6300 turntable, and all the lights in my head came back on. Since then, I've been insane with everything vintage audio. Check out all the gear that Rodrigo has. He has a fully restored Pioneer SX1050, a Pioneer PL51 turntable, a JVC turntable, a Pioneer cassette deck, a Macintosh CD player, streaming. He's fully streamed in here. He's got Klipsch speakers and a bunch of really cool stuff. He owns about 800 LPs from a bunch of genres, and he keeps them in crates. 50, he puts 50 in a crate and he rotates them. So that's a way of keeping your music stock fresh and making sure you keep listening to your collection, pulling out 50 records at a time. Pretty badass setup, Rod. I dig it. Okay, over to Australia again for this next vinyl, Dan. This is like the Australian episode. Okay, this comes from John Calling from Sydney, Australia. He's 59. He says his record collection is fairly small, around 500, and he's also got about 500 CDs and DVDs. And he put this home theater together with his wife, along with his wife, Charmaine. He says, although to me it's more than a home theater, it's a music room. Check this out. He says the system is fairly modest and has been built up over the years, including for amplification, a Yamaha 7.2 system and a Panasonic Blu-ray and a Riga P1 record player. In addition to the music stuff, once again, I spot a bar in the corner. I'm jealous. As I said, I'm working on my own home bar. Just bars and music go so well together, hand in hand. I also like that nice access to the pool. Very cool music and hanging out space. As I said, this is kind of like the Australian episode, so let's keep with that theme. And another one from Australia. This is from Grant Stackhouse. Grant has been a longtime viewer of this channel, so I'm happy to showcase his room. He says, all my gear is Denon and the speakers are Bose Acoustimass Cubes, 2 sets of them. He says he has about 700 records, 200 cassettes, and 600 CDs, and one lonely 8-track. So, very cool room. All the best to you, Grant. Grant is in Tasmania, Australia. All right, 33ers, that is the selection of music rooms I'm profiling in today's video. If you want to submit some photos of your music room for consideration for a future episode of Vinyl Dance, please send me 5 to 8 well-lit, clear photos along with a description of your music room to channel33rpm@gmail.com. Otherwise, thank you for watching today's episode. If you dug it, I would appreciate a quick thumbs up. Dear 33ers, have a great rest of the week. Until next time, keep on spinning.